Hello, my fellow readers. It's I, Dark Symphony Sim with another fan fiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on the story. And finally, this is my opinion. My opinions are indicative of one world, so please respect that. So, I technically got 3 reviews. However, I'm only going to be talking about one because they all have the same flaws and they both have the same point, well, kind of the same point to them. So technically, this is going to be a review of Scumbag Rompa, but there's also technically a review of this story as well. Also, something called this story. This story too. Technically, this story. Like I said, they all have technically the same flaw, and I already know what. And I already know the same guy. Fucking fuck. I'm too busy laughing at the absurdity. It's like because the same guy recommended all 3 of these stories. It's the Ebola guy. Oh yes, eat this cake that gives you Ebola. He will not. He will never let that down, and I will never let him live that down. Oh, oh! Had, if I had a nickel for every time an author is remembered for me for like a stupid decision, I would have 10 nickels, which isn't a lot. But it's weird that and what happened with Ebola and what happened with fucking anus. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like I'm still remembering the fucking the Twilight anal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So, what are these stories about? For context, I'm only gonna say do this story. This is basically a Danganronpa themed story. For those of you who don't know what Danganronpa is, it is a series of technically visual novels slash courtroom things. I have the games on Steam. I have not played them yet. But in short, a bunch of people are locked inside a school run by this person named Monokuma. In this story, it's not Monokuma. It's actually GLaDOS and Whitley, assuming persona sort of deal. And the premise is simple. Oh, you are locked up in the school. If you want to get out, you gotta kill someone. If you get away with it, you get to go free and everyone else dies. If you don't get away with it, you die. And then it usually ends with like the whoever's running the rules being there like a mastermind behind it and then stopping the mastermind and like the remaining people go free and it's more or less the gist of it, more or less. With Scumbag Ropa, the author decided to go with the ever so loving decision to make it villains only. Which isn't a bad idea. A villain themed season of like total drama would be interesting. You know, it's actually weird. I haven't seen anyone attempt to do a villain themed season. Like any sort of reality type of these cart fics. This is like the first one I've read in like the 15 years I have read fan fiction. This is like the first time I come across a villain themed story of this kind. Huh. Weird. But that'll make it good. It doesn't because all none of the characters are likable. I get unlike other types of these reality shows I've seen. This is like Danganronpa is not a reality show, it's a video game. Meaning there is a central focus character. That being said, William Afton is not the greatest protagonist in this story. For one reason, the fact that he's technically immortal. Now, spoiler alert, I never actually finished the story, so I don't know if he's actually immortal, but I'm going on the assumption that he is immortal. So, having a killing game and the entire focus of the story kind of revolving around the immortal guy kind of lets the winds out of its sails a lot. Does it? And then we get to like the big issue, the really big issue, the tiny issue that I have a problem with all 3 of these stories. It is in script. Why? I don't. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Is this in script? No, I can't remember. Yes, this is in script. All three of these stories in script. I hate this. I wanted at least a couple good stories. I fucking hate script. Script. Okay. I don't remember if I've actually talked about this, but it bears repeating in case I did. I think script writing is the lowest form of any type of writing ever. I think it's the biggest noob trap in writing. It should never be done unless you're a complete noob, and one of your first jobs of writing script should be trying to not write in script anymore. And it's lazy. It robs characters, especially in this type of story when you're supposed to have a central character, which, okay, you can get away with it by focusing on the central character. However, when you have this shitty type of prose, which is just mostly separated into like minor actions character does or often thoughts, and kind of ruins the whole thing, because also the fact that I can't figure out which is characters doing something or William thinking of something because they're both in bold. I didn't even try with this story. This story at least does something because it has actual prose. So I'm at least willing to give this story a little more leeway because of that. I still don't like the script writing because it is something that shouldn't exist, and it only exists in fan fiction because fan fiction authors tend to have lower standards for exactly how to write everything, which is understandable because a lot of writers like to write for the fun of it. So there's that. Oh my God, I don't like there's nothing really worth talking about in this character because there's no characterization because the entire story focuses on Afton, and even then with the whole idea of like, okay, maybe it's a Afton centric character, kind of digging into his whole personality sort of thing. No, he's just a one-dimensional idiot. Not really an idiot. One-dimensional psychopath with like just a puddle of depth. This story, again, at least has something giving actual character development, actual character depth. I didn't like it because of the script. Honestly, this was the one that had the most potential of like capturing my interest, but the script really makes it hard because you have to understand when I read a story, I read it and imagine everything that's going on. So basically, how everyone speaks, how everyone's body language, and a lot of people tend to do that as well. Do you know what tends to get in the way of that? Script writing! They're for people who don't think like this. They're people like who don't have an internal dialogue, who can't picture these scenarios in their head and think, oh, I just picture everything like a visual novel. You know any better? Look at a visual novel. Just better yet, just play Danganronpa. It's a visual novel. There's a reason visual novels tend to get away with the script writing because it's kind of necessary. It's necessary or because of the visual format. It's just I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you any of the characters in this story because they're all one dimensional. This one, I will at least give the author credit. I like some of the characters. I like the fact that Mario technically dies first. Yeah, spoiler alert: Mario dies first because he was because of Monokuma actually screwing over Mario. Oh yeah, if you kill someone within like 24 hours, you can just leave. No trial, no questions. Kills Mr. Krabs because Mario's indecisive, and then doesn't find out that Monokuma pulls the rug over him. It's like, oh, well, since the body wasn't found until after the deadline, we're not gonna count that. And Wario willingly takes the death himself, like leads Luigi's like, yeah, try and convince everyone. I did it. Gone. Convince them as me. Convince them, and willingly takes the bullet. Granted, the death is kind of shit, but you know, eh. Mario Kuma dressed as a Bowser, and that's kind of creative. And you have like little interpersonal dynamics with like Miku and Teto being like big fans of 2D. I think like he's from Gorillas. You have Ashley who knows Mario and Luigi. You have the whole thing between the conductor and DDD because they're like big birds. Like yeah, and even like I don't like Nagito because he's kind of a caricature. I have a feeling it's probably like on purpose. It's like supposed to be like the swerve. There's even like little pictures. I think that's a really good detail. But the scripting just makes it such a pain in the ass to read. At least with first person stories, that's at least I can try to read them and understand what's going on. It's just very hard for me to do it. But with this, it's so it is almost impossible for me to picture this in my head because the script writing keeps getting in the way. It just there's a like I said, there's a reason why one of the first things authors do when they're writing in script is stop writing in script. Because I swear to God, if you tell anyone who's in the professional literature world, hey, I write a script, do you know what will happen? You will be laughed at, you will be mocked, and you will be thrown out. Like, like what they perceive as the garbage you are. Again, fan fiction gets away with it because they have lower standards, and a lot of the time you're just writing this for fun, which is fine. If you want to write this for fun, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm not gonna stop you. So pretty much, not recommending, not recommending, not recommending. But this one has at least a little more meat on the bone, so this is probably the closest one I would recommend because it's trying. If there was anything I would fix about these stories, I'm not gonna ignore this one because I haven't attempted to read it. I saw the script and it's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing that again. Uh, I don't know where to start with this. Really, with this, just get rid of script writing, switch over to traditional prose. You're good. You're good. Like honestly, you have the characters. You have the characters. You have the scenario. You have the dynamics. You have everything. You just need to fix this. Get rid of the script. I'm done with these stories. No more script stories. Please, no more script stories. I will come after you, Ebola guy. I will. I will if you send me another script story. I don't care if you're in Romania. I'm gonna find you. I don't know where you are. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna stop you with a fish. Or maybe feed you that cake that you made yourself. Have a good day. This has been Dark Symphony 777 and cut.